Kevin Durant getting closer and closer to his Phoenix Suns debut, but for now, the stars were out. At least the legends were. No Kevin Durant for Phoenix, no Giannis for the Bucks. 13-game winning streak on the line for Milwaukee as they welcome in Phoenix, a rematch obviously a couple years back from the NBA Finals. And just like the NBA Finals, Devin Booker had his ups, definitely had his downs. Out the gate, missed his first 6 shots. His Phoenix Suns were trailing. Drew Holiday's had a lot of success against Phoenix. He played really well in the finals. Holiday with the dime up top to Grayson Allen, who throws it down. Third quarter, Booker would right some of those wrongs. Passed by Sean Marion for 4th all-time Phoenix Suns history scoring. It's Booker, 24 points, 8 assists for D-Book. Old reliable Chris Paul had 17 points and 8 assists. There's one of them inside to DeAndre Ayton, who had 22 and 11. Keep in mind, they're about to get pretty much 30 points per game in Kevin Durant here in a week's time. The former Sun, Jay Crowder, knocks in the 3 against his former team. And in the 4th, it's Holiday with the clutch buckets, got Milwaukee up by a deuce with 2 minutes to play. Giannis loving the effort by his team without his presence. Look at this clutch bucket from Booker to tie this game up at 100. Who would Milwaukee call on with no Giannis? They run a set for Brook Lopez. The big fella delivers 22 points, 13 rebounds for Lopez. Now it's Phoenix that needs a bucket to tie. Booker's gonna turn the ball over. Him and Chris Paul had 8 of those bad boys for that Phoenix Suns backcourt that you just expect better from. Milwaukee makes 2 free throws. Last chance for the Suns. You don't foul the 3-point shooter. For some odd reason, Joe Ingles in the closing seconds does just that. So for Phoenix, you probably need to make the first 2 and then miss the third, but Booker misses the first free throw. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. The Bucks, even without Giannis, keep their win streak going. They've now won an NBA high for this season, 14 games in a row. Jay Crowder admitted that he wanted this one bad. He said, I told the guys in Milwaukee, please get this one for me. I want this one real bad. Jay Crowder, obviously a part of the Phoenix Suns, a team that faced the Milwaukee Bucks just a couple years ago in the finals when Jay Crowder was on the other end of the court representing the Suns. And obviously we know that that thing didn't end well. It all actually ended pretty odd. I still don't know why Jay Crowder was so against coming behind Cam Johnson. He might know more than me or you might know about that one. I think Jay Crowder looks at himself as a key piece. And by the way, I've been one of the biggest Jay Crowder fans over the last few years. Everywhere he goes, the team wins, by the way. And, you know, I feel like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo got too much credit in the bubble in the first round of the playoffs for locking up Giannis. Remember that wall that they built around the Milwaukee Bucks, specifically Giannis in the playoffs? And that's where, you know, coming off of another MVP, people were like, Giannis is a fluke and Giannis is overrated. I feel like they give too much credit to Bam and Jimmy and not enough to Jay Crowder, who was the person who really was the one that did the job on Giannis then. But back to right now, I guess maybe Crowder thought it would be the start of the end for his career. I guess he did not want to back up Cam. I don't know what he knows. You know, again, he's somebody that went to work with Cam Johnson and everybody else in Phoenix day in, day out. I don't know what he knew about that situation where he just would not back up Cam Johnson. He just wasn't going to do it. And he ended up sitting out this entire year. The Suns were just waiting on a team to come get him. They had been kind of teetering around with Milwaukee, for a deal for a little minute now. They couldn't get a deal done. Milwaukee ends up making the Kevin Durant trade. Jay Crowder is an add-on piece in the trade. And then obviously the Nets make a deal with the Bucks immediately for Jay Crowder. And that's how Jay Crowder finds himself in Milwaukee for a playoff push right now. The Bucks have won 14 games in a row. Jay Crowder gets a little bit of revenge. I'm like, yo, Jay, like the Milwaukee Bucks, I guess you personally wanted to win that game, and I'm sure Milwaukee wanted to win that game to continue their winning streak. But, yo, they already got the ultimate win over Phoenix. Y'all already beat them in the finals. Like, if they didn't win this game, so what? But I guess for Jay Crowder, it meant everything to him to get that win over a team that he clearly is not a fan of right now. I want to hear more about that story because it just something sounds so weird about, Jay just was not going to back up Cam Johnson in Phoenix, and it looks like he's very happy nowadays to be a part of the Milwaukee Bucks squad.